Hey guys, Dutchy here bringing you some more Stormgate action. Today we have a 2-game series between msrm and Aureil on the newest patch, which was updated February 16th, 2026. Or excuse me, February 18th. 2026, so about 2 days ago here. So pretty fresh on the patch here. We've got msrm in the top left here as Infernal. In the bottom right, we've got Aureil as Celestial, talking about some lag on the patch or something. I don't know. I wasn't listening too closely. I have not been dealing with any lag on my end. It might be server-based. Who knows? Who knows? These guys, I think, are on the same server, close to each other, so they shouldn't have any issues. I believe they're both EU. I'm not even sure. I think so. Or that general area. No, we've got msrm sticking with the Vault first opener, even versus Celestial. I was curious about that. I saw him do this a lot versus Vanguard in the tournament last week, which... spoiler, msrm did very well. I'll just say that. Now we got the Brute coming out, and so far it's just... This is a big area to wall. So here comes the Brute, but it's not a double vault. It's not a Fiend Rush, so Aureil should be okay. But versus a Fiend Rush, I mean, I think he just dies. Maybe there's a way to micro around it, but... I don't know. Okay, here we go. Brute is in the base. It sees everything. It's going after this collection array that's under construction. It's not going to be able to kill it. Yeah, alright, so it goes away. Argent is coming. I know Aureil doesn't typically like to build the Argent, but in a scenario like this where you don't have a tower, what choice does one have? He went triple Arc Ship as well. Hot diggity dog. Alright, so the Brute is starting to smack these prisms. Nice. Oh, he almost trapped that Brute. The Brute probably going to kill this prism? No, prism got away. Alright. Well, again, if this was... You could just see how tricky that would have been if it was a double or triple vault opener. I mean, there's no way Aureil defends that. Not in a way that he's just simply too far behind. But he did go triple Arc Ship, you know. Is double Arc Ship different? Who knows? I still think this might want a destructible building with low health, just long enough to buy a little time. Maybe not. That's just the feeling I get. So we're up to 12 here. This guy's moving out. We got 3 bases, 2 Brutes, Conclave, Hellforge. So, everybody just setting up their macro. Star Forges. Okay, so we're finally starting to see some vectors. The first one is being surged.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
Yeah, he's got a couple more surges. So let's see. Just pumping them out at this point. Split.
A Stormgate has appeared.
Argent and a couple Vector. Interesting. So he got a couple Argents based on the beginning. So he's got the Argents here, but these Argents are cooked. But does he care? Are they a distraction for this Vector?
Enemy forces have begun to secure.
Looks like it. He's staying on top of the Fiend, not letting it turn into a building. Beautiful micro. I mean, these Argents are going to die for free for that. So probably not entirely worth, but at least getting something. And the Gaunt goes down. Oh, this Vector is so low. Second Gaunt goes down, so that's nice. These Brutes are going to get the Stormgate. The Vectors are going to have to go back and heal up. There it is. I was looking for this little guy. What do we see? Which reward? The Soul Fort, so he's going to clone something. My guess is a Hellborn. Brutes are 3 supply, so you don't want to clone them because you just get 1. You definitely don't want to clone a Gaunt. Yeah, you'd get 2 of them, but come on. And you... I think you do want to... Or do you get 3 if you clone a Gaunt? Still, not worth it. Yeah, Hexen's good. Hexen 2 supply, so you'll get 2 of them. Yeah, that's probably the right call. That's probably the right call. Zing. Yeah, there you go. Yep. So, brute charge is done. Here comes the vector pack, getting some micro. Takes one brute down. Not much, but, you know, so far it's one brute versus no vectors dying. msrm sitting back, waiting for his brute charge to be ready again. It's not going to be ready yet quite. Some of these new brutes, yes, they will have it. But the rest of the brutes are about to get it again, for sure. That brute charge. See, msrm going for the surround. Oh, Aureil, get out of there, buddy. Okay, so a lot of these guys getting hit with infest as well. This is a dead vector. This vector does have infest on it. It's not gonna die from it. But this is awkward because this is like, I run into this situation, I'm like, man, I can't do any damage right now. And then you have to go back to heal. But when you send them back to heal like this, it's kind of the last thing you want to do, because this means that you're no longer applying the pressure with them, which is really what you want to be doing. Yes, you have to go back and heal, but you kind of want to get your ass back out there as quick as you can. Alright, though, let's take a quick look here. We see 5 Star Forges, 3 creation chambers. It's nothing but Vector and Carnivex production right now. That's a lot of Vector. These Phantom Traps are going to be a problem. Oh no. Okay, so runs into a Phantom Pack, but not too, or Phantom Trap, but not too many of them. Okay, that was going to be a nasty surround, so Aureil says nope, and just gets out of there. These look different with the infest on them. It was an interesting little glow. I don't know if I've noticed that before, but it was pretty cool. At least noticeable. It looked kind of funky though. Alright, getting some healing again. Almost all of them got the healing. There we go. Now they all did. So, despite Aureil not getting any damage done, he has a good job getting his production and his economy and keeping that rolling while getting his tech going, because he's gonna, well, he didn't get tier 3 yet. So he really delays the recall. He just doesn't care for it, huh? He's like, I don't care. I need more vectors. That's more important. So I love those kinds of things, because I'm like, where's my recall? I'm so late on my recall. But he's really not using. He's not jumping into anybody's base and jumping out. He's just attacking where he can, not overcommitting and macroing himself up. He's got the Void Prowlers, which are kind of like vectors, funny enough. Void Prowlers don't need vision to blink though, so you could theoretically use them to get the high ground and then blink all your vectors up. That'd be kind of cool. I like that. I might have to try that. No base over here, and there's no base here, so msrm on 4 bases. Which just showed you that he respects Aureil's ability to apply pressure, because he definitely could have another base right now, but he's trying to protect himself from taking too much damage. See this? He's setting up the whole defensive line with the Phantom Trap. Alright, so the, oh my god, what are these things called? It pretty much kills all of them for free to Void Prowlers, but over here he's got the vectors going. There's the Phantom Traps again though. Oh no, that is just, it feels bad every goddamn time. He's going over here to heal though. That was nice. I would have maybe stayed in it a little longer, but he might be okay. 9 health. Will this one die? I think, no, it survives. Oh, that was close. Well, close to a couple of them dying. It looks like he's got the vectors and the scanners in the same control group, and everything else in a different one. That's neat. I'm gonna have to try that. That's neat. Oh, that blink forward is just, my god, the Phantom Traps are just redonkulous. He's got them everywhere. Smart. It negates the vectors pretty good. And then if they do kill him, at least you know the vector is over there. So here comes a big old push, but Aureil up by like 40 supply. Huge push incoming though. He's definitely going to look for a flank or something. Aureil sees this massive army over here. He blinks out of it. Nice. And then this is a good fight for Aureil so far. That whole chunk there was not a part of the fight, and it did like no damage. I like the way Aureil was moving his vectors there. msrm wants to keep trying to do some pressure here, but Aureil's just so comfortable taking these things slow. Ooh, runs into the Phantom Trap. He doesn't have the tier 3 upgrade yet on Vector. I think that's called Temporal Reflection. Yep. Wow, I actually knew an upgrade. We do have the Core Ascendancy upgrade, which is the Saber upgrade. We don't have the Carnivex Chrono Shell yet, but I assume that's going to be coming right after this. There we go. Chrono Shell on the way. Very good. I bet once he has Chrono Shell, he moves out. I bet that's his moment. But what do we see from, you know... Okay, that is a lot of Magmadons for only like 4, 5... No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 4. There's like 8. And then there's 2 Harbingers, but there's nothing in them, so it appears he's just using them for Shroud in fights, which is super good. You can get permanent Shroud in fights. Oh, he does put the Magmadons in. The Vectors are able to kill one with the Temporal Reflection. How sick was that? So that just takes out 2 Magmadons for free. These Carnivex here are taking quite a beating, but they are capable of taking quite a beating, given that they're tier 3. So he loses a couple of them, but sure, there's a Magmadon that went down. So over here, we do see the... Man, this Aureil positioning there is disgusting. That was crazy. It just looked like every unit was in the right spot, and the Infernal Army just got vaporized there. That was crazy. Very, very nicely done by Aureil there. You know, just hardcore winning that Stormgate fight. I am waiting for, like, the dragon. Oh, speak of the devil. There's the dragon and Spriggy Diggies. So let's see. Do we have enough Vectors left still? Oh, yes, we do. But these guys are going to get here to an undefended base. So this is going to get spicy here. Lots of towers going down. I like that. Protect yourself from the flank. Here comes the base sniping squad. These prisms are going to take a beating. Doesn't seem like Aureil's noticed quite yet. If he has, he's busy doing... Man, that base gets obliterated. So over here, Temporal Reflection being used for the initial engage. There's a Magmadon little grouping there, but this is kind of he's like got himself in a choke. So this base is going down while the same base went down for Aureil. Now here comes the squadron. Oh, this is so strong, man, because the dragon provides the curse, and then you get 2 fiends or phantoms for every kill because of the dragon. So you just snowball a base apart so quick with this. That's crazy. Okay, over here we see the fight continuing. So a bit of a base race situation going on. I think that's the right call for MSRM, because there's just no way his army is beating Aureil. I mean, this is a ridiculous amount of sabers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like 12, 16 sabers? What the fuck? That's crazy. Okay, we see Navi here too. That's cool. What do we got here? This Death Squad continuing to be a big problem. So Aureil effectively somehow down to 2 bases. This is crazy though, but his army is still gigantic. I guess he has this thing he can build a base off of. Oh, there's arc ships here. What the hell is going on? He built those arc ships? That's actually really smart. He's got the money. Well, he did. Not anymore. Man, MSRM, huge play with this run by. God damn. That's nutty. Look at him hiding these here to delay the base race from being ended. So smart. You would never look here, right? That's smart. These Navi just chilling here. Okay, but what it comes down to is like Aureil needs to maintain the right amount of anti-air, but we do see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Navi. I'm thinking his only hope is a clean dragon kill. So dragon's got 900 health. It means you need 4 Navi shots of the Sovereign's Decree to take it down. So that's, I think that, or landing like 2 or 3 of them with this Vector squad helping to kill the dragon. I think that is a win condition must situation here. There's also these towers that these Spriggans could get caught on if MSRM's not careful. These Vectors are sadly just getting obliterated for free, doing no damage really because the dragon can heal. But this is definitely one of those situations where Aureil has an army that MSRM cannot beat, but Aureil's not really able to defend against MSRM either. I really wonder if this minefield of towers is going to catch some Spriggans. Meanwhile, Aureil just slowly but surely crushing through everything. He knows he has an unkillable army. And man, this is quite a situation. Okay, here come this little... Okay, but unfortunately for Aureil, these towers went for the dragon. It did a decent amount of dragon. Here we go. Sovereign's Decree lock-ons. Our MSRM didn't see it. Boom! There it is, the win condition. Oh my word. These towers definitely let him know he was coming. MSRM taps out. GG, well played. Alright, on to game number 2. Okay, here we go. Game number 2. It is of 2 games. It's not a best of 3. It's just a best of 2. Take that for what you will. But it's between MSRM and Aureil here on the new patch. This patch came out February 18th, about 2 days ago. And we've got arguably the best Celestial and Infernal. At least very, very much in the top 3 of both factions. MSRM, spoiler, won last week's tournament. So, you know, you could say at the moment he is the best Infernal that's playing the game. Let's see, Aureil was not in last week's tournament, but I think he will be in this week's tournament, which is tomorrow. So let's see, we've got MSRM looking like the same old Vault into Shrine opener. He's really just started doing that in every matchup. I think it's smart. It's a safe opener, and depending on what you scout, you can certainly put yourself into a very good macro situation too. You scout with the Brute and you decide off of that. I think he gets his 3rd anyway, but he could cancel it or choose a specific tech depending on what the Brute scouts. So Aureil doing his standard opener. Both these players doing decently, pretty much the same thing as last game. Now we do see 2 Fiends across the map. Last game, these stayed in the form of a Brute. So this is interesting. I do think that means these Fiends are just going to be able to get in. I don't think this is going to be able to land in time. It does not land in time. Oh no. And we see no 3rd base yet, but I have to assume it's coming. Now this collection rate goes down. He could be annoying with the Fiends to try to take it, but the 2nd arc ship could just build that. So Aureil's surging an Argent, which again, we all know he hates doing. Now this Argent, okay, I was gonna say, is the Argent gonna die? But these prisms spawning here, that was so smart. They just help protect the Argent there. That's a good trick to remember. So, over here, we've got MSRM macroing behind it with a 3rd base, which makes sense because he scouted, you know. One thing you could say as an Infernal is when you don't see a node, it pretty much tells you it's gonna be a 3rd arc ship. It's a tell, okay? If you see a node here, that 3rd arc ship may come, but it's coming later. As if Infernal needed any help in this matchup. Alright, so here we see the Fiends trying to do damage, but the Argent just jumping back and forth behind the wall saying no. Decent micro from MSRM to try to get as much value as he can. This arc ship will slowly heal itself over time though. I mean, slowly, actually pretty fast. So in the end, it really accomplishes nothing. It forced an Argent, but, you know, not much. So let's see. We've got supplies here about even. Aureil slightly behind. We will see that change when he starts surging these vectors. Over here, we have the Fiends doing their thing. Meanwhile, we've got a Hellforge on the way. We're still looking. Okay, we got 2 Vaults and 1 Conclave. Okay. So looking like Brute Charge. I've seen MSRM pretty much do that every game, every matchup. I think even in IVI. And I said this last week too in the tournament. That's my favorite way to play Infernal is get that Brute Charge. Brute and Charge, they offer pretty much everything you need in the early game. Honestly, you can even get a good surround and really punish your opponent. So, okay, we see this Vector poking a little bit at these Brutes. Meanwhile, we've got the Vectors here taking the Stormgate. Now, something to mention here is Brutes that I believe is it 75% or 90% health? I can't remember what it currently is. But once their health gets below a certain point, when you manually split into Fiends, you only get 1 Fiend instead of 2. So that's something really important to keep in mind. So even if you can't kill a Brute, if you can do some damage to it cleanly in the early game, you've negated a lot of its potential. Okay, over here we've got still 2 Starforges and Aureil moving out to take the 3rd when this has 15. That's definitely an accident. He'll fix that soon enough, I'm sure. Still at 15, buddy. This is unlike Aureil because he usually is clean as shit with his macro. Alright, we got this guy coming in here. The Shadow Mark to amplify the building production. Let's see. I thought he was waiting for tier 2 for a minute, but he's not. Because if he was waiting for tier 2, he would wait to pop this until starting the Ascension Matrix. But I don't think he's going to wait for that. Starforge. Okay, he just did another Starforge. So that's 5 Starforges, all operating at 40% increased construction speed. Goddamn. That is something. It's definitely not nothing. Alright, so Brute Charge about done, and Gaunt having Curse is just about done too. So there's the Brute Charge coming into play right as it finishes. The Vector Micro clean as always, getting the kills that it can. These Brutes are no longer able to charge. Some of them that had just spawned did, but they weren't able to connect. So Aureil, once again, just making magic happen. It might not seem like much, you guys. Oh, that was the one that already blunked back. But getting any kills there is just good because he's not looking to end the game there. He's just looking to do some damage while he keeps macroing. It forces units out of the opponent and it scouts the opponent because you see what they have, right? If you're forcing them to show their units to defend, it is a very good way to scout because now you know their composition. Like he learned that he got Brute Charge. He learned that he got Cursed. So he learned that he's playing, MSRM is playing his typical standard way. Now here's the Ascension Matrix going down. Do we already, oh no, that, man, he gets that so late. I need to take note of that. Okay. He gets that so late. He just gets more vectors instead. Go, vectors, go. Oh my lord, a Weaver pops in the worst of all places. Weaver, if you don't know, is actually considered a light unit. It just has a lot of HP. So vectors do nice damage versus them. See, they do extra damage versus light. So they do extra damage versus, see here, I'll show you. See, when I click on it, biological light. See, you wouldn't have expected that, right? But that's why sabers aren't good for killing Weavers. Like, yes, they do it, but they don't do bonus damage because it's not a heavy unit. So it's another reason Weavers are so good versus sabers. But vectors do extra damage. So in that situation where the Weaver popped in the Vector's face, that was like worst case scenario for MSRM. Ooh, these vectors feeling frisky. He's got recall, so he's in here looking for the angle. It's so much easier to recall just by pressing X. Yeah, I love that. Because pressing Z and blinking back means the units could go into the fight. But if you just have to move forward and then press X on the ones in the front, it's so easy. Because X is recall, of course. So if you preemptively blink like that, so he went from here to here, then ran in, and then just started blinking back the ones, you know, at the front. This is the way. There, see, he's doing it again. See how he blinks forward? Now he can just press recall if he wants. It's much, much safer. Ooh, catches MSRM going for the Stormgate. See, there's the Weaver pulling it. I would focus his Weaver down, Aureil. Oh, man, you had a chance, brother. He did damage, though. No judgment. He's fucking crushing it, but I always like to see players get the absolute most value if they can, right? Those are the hypest moments. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4 bases for Aureil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for MSRM. So this game, MSRM is actually ahead in macro, whereas last game Aureil was able to get ahead in macro. See, MSRM he just must be slightly more efficient this game. He seems to have tweaked something very specific in his build order, and he's getting rewarded for that. You gonna recall? Where you going? Just checking bases? Oh, Lord, no! He recalled into the army! He recalled so late. Oh, Lord. Somehow still staying in it on supply, but that was devastating. He should have just ran up here. Or maybe it was a misclick. Oh, my God. Oh, here we go. So, Weavers have the ability, which is, where is it? Shroudborn Cloak. They can cast this on an area, and the units, while they're on Shroud, will be cloaked for like 20 seconds or something. Will it tell me? No. No. Well, anyway, that's pretty much what it does. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 base going up for msrm now. Aureil on 1, 2. Oop, gotta turn that off. 1, 2, 3, 4 bases. Okay, Aureil going in for a huge attack, taking out a ton of workers here. But I'm watching this mini-map here, and oh man, this is an awful situation. He got caught again on the recall? The shadow fall taking over the map. Now, the whole map has Shroud on it, and vision is reduced for, I think, 15 seconds? For Celestial, every bit of their vision gets reduced. I think. I might be slightly wrong by that, but it's close enough to correct. This is a much different situation. I don't see the Carnivex count that I saw last game. The Saber count is pretty much there, but the Carnivex count is not what it was from last game. And we're seeing a lot more Weavers this game from msrm, and I feel like this is a much earlier dragon. And so I think msrm just cleaned up his build between this game and the previous game and just has more stuff. And he's had a couple engages where he caught the Vector. So everything is just a little bit better for msrm this game, and everything's just a little bit worse for Aureil. But that's what happens when there's two very high-rated players. It's those little things that can start making all the difference. So here we go. The dragon here being an absolute menace, killing every prism it kills. The auto attack also applies Infest. So it's just having no problem one-shotting these prism and getting 2 phantoms for every one. There we go. Carnivex getting yanked. See, that's smart, because he knew Aureil wanted to run away there, and that means that the Carnivex are going to be just 100% isolated. And if the Carnivex is isolated, it's going to get obliterated. It's a strong unit, but it's not that strong. Also, the auto attack from Weavers does 20% of a target's max health. So it doesn't matter that Carnivex has a lot of health. It's actually always going to do the same 10%, right? So if it gets pulled into a pack of Weavers, it's going to get just bombed on. Okay, 20% of a max health is crazy. Like, that's crazy. 20% of that is 80. It does 80 HP per auto attack after lashing it in. 80 HP. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Okay, what do we got here? We got the Power Stone. One was already used on the dragon. Is there a second dragon available yet? Probably soon? He's gonna save it for that. It's either gonna be another dragon or Carnivex, but my money is big time on dragon. There's just no reason for him to go Carnivex. So it's gonna be dragon if he gets a second one. Because this power is really tricky. Now the unit has 1240, so instead of needing 4 Sovereign's Decrees, it now needs 5, I think. It needs 5 or 6. I don't even know. I would do 6. Look at it, see? That's what I mean. Oh, it did die. Holy shit. So it was 5? No way, the Sovereign's Decree actually did it. That was crazy. That was close, though. It really came down to 1 bit of HP. My god, has Aureil done it again? This is crazy. Oh, wait. This is a heck of a flank. That changes a lot here, because these Sabers really want to fight. Speaking of flank, getting a triple surround msrm with a masterclass engage here. God damn. I mean, even I got baited, right? I thought Aureil had done it, but that triple surround was for sure enough. Here's another dragon. It does not have the Power Stone on it. I don't even know if that's still on the map, but it's not needed. That was crazy beautiful by msrm with that triple prong surround. God damn. It even baited me, and I've got a goddamn vision of everything. Okay, dragon. Oh man, almost got Sovereign's Decree. It just got out of range before the lock-on finished. For those that don't know, Sovereign's Decree has a max range. So if you can get your air unit out quick enough, then it won't go. Here we go. He's looking for the Sovereign's Decree again, but he knows it. But it's still, it's still zoned the dragon pretty good. The Navi starting to perform the way we'd always hoped and dreamed, you guys. And I like that it's not a guaranteed kill on the dragon, right? See, now it's being zoned by the Spriggans and stuff too. I love it. You can outplay it. You can outplay it. It's not just a guaranteed lock-on kill. Because who wants that? No, you got to give your opponent the ability to react, and if they react fast enough, they get rewarded. And in this case, you get rewarded by a dragon staying alive. If it just locked on and automatically shot, it'd be stupid. It'd be so abusable. Vector's jumping and doing temporal reflections, very good. They get a little lifesteal off that, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Let's see, what does it say? Heals for 50% of the reflections damage dealt. So it's only the clones, and 40% of the damage they do, you get as healing, which is never going to be that much. I mean, Vectors don't do a crazy amount of damage. They're very mobile, though. Here we go. Going in for the Sovereign's Decree. Oh, he gets it again. Very nice done by R. I love that it is starting to work, though. That is really cool. All right. Man, this game is epic. I thought Aureil was dead in the water, but he killed both dragons. So now things are moving again. But I just think msrm has got this. It still feels, but here we go. We're seeing Aureil climb back into this somehow, some way. He definitely needs more Carnivex, though. Oh, there's another dragon that just spawned, and now there's no Navi. Oh, boy. So just when he had dealt with the dragon threat, another dragon came into the play. And look, it survives just barely. Think about that. Navi would have been a godsend there. Oh, what a back-and-forth game. This is a great game. Aureil has started to expand down here. msrm has finished expanding up into this direction and has started to go across the halfway point of the map. This is technically Aureil's base he's taken. So that's really important in these long games. If you've been able to take one of your enemy's bases, you know, that's really hard for them to come back from. Dragon staying alive yet again. The Magmadon zoning. The Weavers here, they don't have much energy, but enough for a pull. And so if the Vectors jump in with these low numbers, I wouldn't doubt we see them get pulled. We saw some get pulled already. We're very low on the Saber count. Aureil's bleeding on Luminite. He has a boatload of Therium of all things. And this right here is actually maybe partially because the Vectors cost more Therium now. Or Luminite, excuse me. They less Therium. So Aureil getting out of there this time cleanly. The temporal reflection is doing some damage on their way out. He really wants to be careful here about jumping in. I wonder if he's going to preemptively go. Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. Now he's gonna temporal reflection out. There they go. Shooting all these shadow flies. Beautiful. Holy moly. We see the Vector pack on the move. We see the Sabers and Argent over here. Vector pack looking for an angle, finding a hard time. Oh no, but not being able to get out with these reflections. They were kind of greedy, going parallel to the army instead of perpendicular. Oh boy, msrm saw that and he said, oh no you don't, not this time, you son of a bitch. And he definitely punished him. Look at this Weaver City. It's like Attack on Titan here. Look at these things. Look at them going up the wall even. Jesus Christ, Attack on Titan for real. Alright, over here we've got him taking the Stormgate. Alright, that's pretty cool. Let's see, what does he get from it? Empower Stone again. If he gets Empower Stone, he's going to use it on the dragon. But what does he get? Where is it? He's not using it yet. Is it the deep one? Empower Stone again. Wow, he got it again. So he gets it on the dragon. Is there another dragon on the board? There will be soon. If there isn't yet, there will be soon. And if there's 2 Empowered Dragons, that's it. He's up 100 supply. There it is. He's supply blocked. He has it ready. He just has to kill some of his own units. There he goes. He does kill some of his own units. Or they got killed in the battle. Second dragon's on the way. But this Empower Stone wildly out of position. It goes down for... he used it on a Weaver. Attack on Titan. He's got this Weaver here at 668 health. What are they usually? 668. The thing's never dying. Holy shit. Overpowered Weaver. Second dragon's got to be on the way, right? Where is that thing? More Spriggans? Where's that second dragon? Where's the little baby dragon? Oh, it's already here. I just didn't see it. Aureil says, GG. That was an awesome game. Thanks for the 2-game series, you guys. That's a 1-1 from some of our best Vanguard, Celestial and Infernal players on the new patch. I hope to see these guys play in the tournament tomorrow. Please do join the tournament tomorrow if you're still considering it. You can still join, and it doesn't cost anything to join. And if you're not going to join, please come watch it. I will be streaming and casting a bunch of the games live, as well as a handful of other people. So please come and watch us. We will be streaming. We'll be having a good time, and I will see you all there. Have a good one. Bye-bye.